Good evening and welcome to the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show. Once again, joined by Coach Jarrell Jernigan, Coaches Show number 11. As we move into the postseason, Coach, congratulations on a big win last week.
Thank you.
That's always it's always an interesting game with Early County, and it was again last week. It was a game that it looked like we might just run away from them, but somehow they just stayed in the ball game.
Yeah, it was one of those games, like I said, in the post-game show. Offensively, we moved the ball, but we kept shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties, and then they get the ball in that type of offense. They run, they lean on you, control the clock, for a little bit and keep the ball away from you. So it's just one of those games that they kept hanging around, and but we was able to pull it out at the end. And they got some really good players over there in Early County. So
they do. They really do. They a big running back, and he showed pretty good speed on that long run. So of course he broke completely clean, and I don't know that I've remembered a game when, I don't know if you realize this or not, but we were in their territory on every possession. I don't know if you realize that or not.
I kind of knew that. Like I said, we kept shooting ourselves in the foot. The penalties, we would have a big play, we have a good drive going, then we shoot ourselves in the penalties and then back us up, stuff like that. So I knew we could move the ball on them when we got ready. We just had to execute and put more points on the board.
That's right. A lot of 5-yard penalties last week. Was there any particular reason for that?
No, I don't think any particular reason. We just got to clean that up. Hopefully we clean it up this week at practice and stuff because we hit on it. So hopefully come out better this week.
That's right. It's just frustrating. I know for you, you sitting there, you maybe have a good first down play, you're ahead of schedule, and then you get the 5-yard penalty, it backs you back up to long yardage. So I know it's tough. And of course, we had Coach Corey set in for you last week. I know you were over at Troy watching a big Troy win. That was
right.
Troy's playing some really good football this year.
They are. They're playing really good right now.
That's a rivalry game. And now when you were at Troy, did y'all play South then?
We did not.
I didn't think so because South didn't start their program until the 2009 season.
Yeah,
so
we did not.
I know they played I don't even know when they got in. Do you have any idea what year they got in the Sun Belt?
I want to say it was 2010, 2011. And then they came the following year. So it's around the 12, I want to say.
Yeah, you were gone. So now I know the first season they played like things like Huntingdon and things like that. You know, they were just getting started. So, but talking about you and your career at Troy, I guess you were at Troy 7, 8, 9, and 10. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And we talked to Coach Cornier, got some background on him, and kind of take it for granted that everybody's familiar with you and your playing career since you're from Eufaula. But you were on the quarterback, the state runner-up team in 2006. Y'all had a great year that year, and then of course you started quarterback 2 years, your junior and senior years.
Correct.
So, and then at Troy, were you a 4-year starter at Troy?
You can say that. My freshman year, I started the last 6 games of the year. That's kind of when I kind of stepped on the scene and took off from there at Troy playing wide out.
That's right. What was your best year at Troy as far as number of receptions?
I think it had to be my junior year. I think I had 98 receptions for over 1,000 yards and around in that 8 to 10 touchdown range.
Okay. Okay.
So
and at Troy, of course, I didn't tell you I was going to ask you this, but what was your 40 time?
With your shoes on.
4.37, 4.35. Up in there, consistent, low 4.4. So
okay, man, that's moving on. We knew you were fast here, but never really got a 40 time on you. never saw anybody catch you from behind.
Oh no, that ain't happening.
I heard he was faster with his shoes off.
So over 1,000 yards receiving and almost 100 receptions your junior year. That's outstanding. So do you know your career reception total and your career yardage total at Troy?
No, it's been a while. I used to know, but it's been so long ago now. So
I know it was tops in the Sun Belt for a long time.
I know all purpose. I'm still the top the leaderboard at all purpose and receptions. I'm still the leaderboard in that. I think J.D. McKissick out of Central Phoenix City, who's at Arkansas State, passed me on yards within the senior year. So
that's right. I knew he got that one. But you returned punts also?
I did.
Did you return kickoffs as well?
Yes.
Okay. So
yeah.
So all-purpose yards, you put a lot of yards up then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. So then I guess in the 11 draft, you were a third-round pick for the Giants.
Third round pick, 83rd overall with the Giants.
Okay. And of course, what I always tell people, our coach returned the opening kickoff in the Super Bowl last time the Giants won the Super Bowl. So you got a Super Bowl ring.
That's correct.
That's outstanding. Well, like I said, there's people watch the show that I'm sure know your name. They may not know all of that. So I figured it'd be a good thing to get that in here tonight and talk about, just some of your accomplishments. Now, overall, I know it's your second year as a head coach at Eufaula, but you've been back here coaching, what, 6 years?
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah,
okay.
7 years. I think I came back in 15 with Brian Moore. Came back for that spring, and just thought I was coming back to coach the spring for and help him out. But I've been here ever since.
Hey, you had no complaints from us, and doing a great job as head coach. And it's been really fun watching you guys. Young coaching staff for the most part. Everybody's young except for Phil.
Hey, don't tell him that.
I can say that. Phil, we're pretty close to the same age. Phil's kind of in our age group of the guys here.
Watch it.
So, but anyway.
Getting back to the 06 season, when Jarrell was quarterback, when we went up and played Athens for the state championship, Jarrell had a hurt ankle, and he was, 70% maybe? You wasn't 100%.
About 65, 70%.
To this day, I'd love for you to been 100%. Just, what if you had been at 100%, you may have a state championship ring.
Yeah, I may have. That's why I harp on my boys about, staying healthy, taking care of their body and stuff like that. Because the injury's going to happen, so you never know when they're going to happen. And unfortunately for us, it happened to me in the semifinals versus UMS Wright. I kind of rolled my ankle. And, that kind of cost us. Right. 100%.
Now, you re-injured the ankle, though, against Athens, didn't you? Or did you? Was it just...
Yes, I re-injured it, but, I stayed in the game because, ain't no way I was coming out of that game. So,
right.
I stayed in games and fight through it.
That's right. So, that's 17 years ago, but doesn't seem like it. Charles is sitting there talking about it, but this is hard to believe, 17 years ago. So, yeah, and it gets worse. Time goes by faster as you go forward with everything. So, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and
before we do the big questions. We need to ticket sales. How can people get their tickets?
Ticket sales is on GoFan. We also have a cash at the gate at the stadium. Because we can require by law to have a cash gate now.
Okay.
So you can buy your tickets by cash at the gate, but also we prefer you to go buy it on GoFan.
Okay. Also, tomorrow night, a lot of people have been asking, we will not be able to film the game. We can't film the game, but the broadcast, Keith and Doug will be, broadcasting it, but there will be no filming of the game. So a lot of people need to know that. So they need to get on out and get the tickets.
Yeah. So I tell everybody, like you said, you can't film the game because state playoff, that's the rule, So go ahead early, buy your tickets. I will say tomorrow we went all red. So I encourage everybody to wear red tomorrow. We're going to dress in all red. So that's our attire for tomorrow night.
That's great. Of course, it's just be the second meeting between Eufaula and Early County. The first time happened 24 years ago in the playoffs in
Shelby County.
What did I say?
Early County.
Early County was the brain.
Showing that age.
Hey, it happens. So, but we'll come back and we'll talk about that Early County game and
Shelby. Oh, okay.
No, we're talking about the Early County game. That's who we played last week. Charles is a senior member of this crew here, and but we'll do that, and we'll have our player of the week coming up shortly thereafter. But we'll take a break now and be back after this.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say, In sports, every point counts, and at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today. In Eufaula, call Alpha agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue. Barber County's original newspaper for local news is the Clayton Record. The Clayton Record is a Cherry Hill media publication that has been around for over 150 years, covering Barber County and the surrounding area. Online and print subscriptions are available starting as low as $2.99 per month. Call them today to sign up and never miss what's going on. Visit www.claytonrecord.com or call 334-775-3254. Covering the county from the county seat, the Clayton Record.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local CHICK-FIL-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
And we're back on the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. Coach Jernigan, Early County last week. Of course, you grew up playing Early County with the Pee Wee Association, and I think I'm not sure if they still do now, but I know they did until recently. But it's always a tough game. I mean, those guys over there, they take football seriously, and physical team. And
Yeah. Like you said, they take it serious over there. About like us over here, we take football serious. And they got some good players over there. They have some really good looking boys and pregame warm ups. And they came out, and they, like you said before, they was real physical, and that type of offense they run. And they even on defense up front. They just weren't gonna let us run the ball on them last week. They went cover zero. No help over the top, and that's why we had a lot of big plays over the top of Antron, stuff like that. But it was a good ball team.
Well, that's right, and they kind of did the same thing the year before down there. They really. I know that going into the fourth quarter, we had only run the ball 7 times last year.
Yeah.
We ran it more this year, but we just didn't pick up the yardage that we normally do in the game because of what you're saying. They put more guys in the box. It was amazing. We sat there, we kept watching it, and there was no safety, and they're all up there near the line of scrimmage, and it seemed like they were running basically like a 4-4 defense.
Yeah, they were, like I said, they had no safety help over the top, and they was very good at what they do. Cover zero. I wasn't disappointed. But I think we left more big plays out there in the passing game. Browner probably didn't have his best game, or Antron didn't have his best game, but we still had a very good game number-wise. Because, he threw for over 300 yards.
Well, 374 according to the stats. Almost 400. And I think Copeland had over 400 the year before down there. And
like I said earlier, we just had too many penalties. We had a big play, a good drive going on, and then, false start or something like that, and the back is up like that. So, we just couldn't put it all together.
That's right. And but we did get some points in a couple of different ways, and Cooper hit a 40-yard field goal.
He did.
So we were kidding as we were doing the game. We said it was good from 40. It might not have been good from 41, but it was good. And that's great. That's a big weapon when you can get down inside the 25-yard line. You can get points.
It is, and Cooper's been good for us all year. Even though he missed 2, but he's been good all year. He works hard at it, and week in and week out. Even on Sundays, he come up there and kick. Him and his dad come before we start our practice and stuff. So that's very good to see him hit a 40-yarder.
It seems like his leg has gotten stronger even over the course of the year. To me, kickoffs when y'all let him go ahead and kick it deep. I think he kicked one. He'll get it inside the 5-yard line sometimes.
Yeah, he will. He will.
So
for sure, his leg got stronger. For sure.
No doubt about it. And so, and he's got 2 more years. So look forward to seeing what he can do next year and the year after that. So that's comforting, I'm sure.
Big time. I know we got a kicker for the next 2 years.
That's right. Just gotta find a punter after this year.
Yeah, but someone come up, they can find that they can punt.
That's right. So now Salas, pronounce his first name for me.
Heido.
Hotto.
Yes.
Well, I've been all off then.
I think you've been saying gyro.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So Hotto
Yes, Hado.
is Jairo.
Correct.
Hotto. Doug, you remember that. Hado Salas. Okay. But he had some good kickers. We hated it. They called us offsides on one that he hit in the end zone.
Correct. It is. You know, and he's been kind of banged up all year with hamstring problems and stuff like that. So he's finally getting back healthy, you know, and he got a strong leg. Of course, you know, he plays soccer. And I mean, he's really strong in the weight room and stuff, but he's just been banged up all year. So we're trying to work him back in there and just get him back in the groove. Because if we can kick it in the end zone every kickoff, I mean that's a nice weapon to have right there now.
No doubt about it. That's good. They're going to have to pick up another first down or two if you kick it in the end zone and make them start on the 20. So,
Getting back to Anderson, passing yards. Do you have a close figure on how many yards he has? 1970, is that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I know he's right at 2,000, a little bit over 2,000 yards.
Okay. According to the offensive coordinator last week, he said he was around 1,800 going into the game. That's what he said. Now, he didn't give us an exact figure.
Yeah, I mean, he does all the stats and had all the exact numbers, so he would know. He would be more accurate right on.
But I believe almost 400 yards should have put him over 2,000.
Yeah.
Because that's the second game over 300. So that's and that was almost 400. So that would be 700 for 2 games. He had 8 more games to get.
That gives us a quarterback with 2,000 yards passing and a receiver with over 1,000 yards. Our running backs, what's the closest?
Red was at 8-something before last week. So he really didn't have that much rushing yards, but he helped out tremendously in the pass game. He had over 100 yards receiving in the pass game.
That's right.
With the little wheel coming out the backfield.
3 receptions for like 121.
Yeah.
I think he averaged like 40 yards a catch. That's pretty darn strong. And it looked like we were kind of bringing some motion and then hitting him out of the backfield. Did we have that play in the playbook at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, we had it in. We definitely had it in.
I know that play hurt us a little bit in a couple of games this year.
No, we had it. I noticed someone said that I think someone asked me, did we get it from someone else? We've been had it in the playbook. And but we just right time to bring it out.
Well, it definitely worked, especially with the way they were trying to defend us.
Yeah.
So he came completely open a few times, and that's just a mark of a good team. And that's the thing about our offense this year is we've been so balanced. If someone's going to give us the running game, we can take advantage of that. But we've got the quarterback and the receivers to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about our offense, because basically we got an answer for everything. Like, you can't take everything away from us. If you want to stack the box, we got receivers that can take the top off of it, make plays in the passing game. And then if you want to go, like, say, a lot of teams, and I know it's going to come, they're going to double Tron, someone else got to step up. But then that leaves you vulnerable in the run game unless you just got a dude up front that we can't block. But then they open up the run game for us. So
right. So back to, and of course, if you're listening to us and you're watching us live, of course, type your questions in the comments, and we'll pass those questions right along to Coach Jernigan. But with Red having, I think he was around 70 yards in the game, 64, something like that. So he's right at 900 yards on the season. So he's got a great chance to eclipse 1,000 before the season's over with if we can stick around for a little while.
Oh, and that's what we plan on doing.
I understand. That's the plan. That's the plan. And we'll talk about the brackets and all as we go forward. But we'll take another quick. But congratulations on a good win. I mean, that was one you definitely wanted to win that game and keep the momentum going in the playoffs. 7-3 looks a lot better than 6-4.
You're right about that.
So I know that you were happy to get out of there with a win and build some momentum going into the playoffs. And hopefully the tough schedule. The 4 games we played against the larger competition, it can't do anything you would think but help us going into the playoffs. I mean, Enterprise. We're wondering that first game while we were playing that game, but we play a tough game there. We play, we come out with a victory up at Stanhope Elmore, and then we beat Pell City, and we played Pike Road well. Just the turnovers kind of under us there, but splitting those games 2-2, I think. I mean, you don't ever want to lose one, but I think you'd been happy knowing that we go 2-2 against those larger classifications.
Yeah, I was happy with it, and everybody always. It's been questioned while we're playing Enterprise, but I think that helped a lot. For one, it showed us where we were, what we needed to work on, and 2, it humbled us, coaches and the players, all in one. It humbled us, let us know, it's bigger and better teams out there, and what we got to work on.
Right. That's right. And that's how you it's the only way you'll know where your weaknesses are to play somebody like that. So,
and also, it lets you know who shows up in big time games, who can you depend on in big time games.
That's right. That's right. All right, we're going to step aside for another break. When we come back, we'll be recognizing this week's Player of the Week. We'll be back after this.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local CHICK-FIL-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
Hey, Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
We're back on the Chick-fil-A of Eufaula Coaches Show. We're joined now by senior tight end, defensive end, LaKeviante Pugh. LaKeviante, we appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. And we've enjoyed watching you the last few years at Eufaula High, and had a big touchdown reception Friday night.
Yes, sir.
And so you got any idea what your touchdown total for your career is right now?
Nah, I really don't. I don't have.
How about for the season?
I think I got like.
I bet
3.
you know that.
Yeah, I got like 3.
3, okay,
Yeah.
3. We hope you have at least 3 more in the postseason. Of course, this is your final year. This is one of those guys you're going to miss next year, Coach.
Correct. A lot. You know, he like you said, he plays defensive end for us and also plays tight end. And then we could split him out while he stand up and play wide out. He was wide out before, we beat him up a little bit and then put his hand down in the dirt some. But he still split out and play wide out too. So, we're going to miss him next year.
Well, he's kind of a Swiss Army knife because you move him around a lot. I mean, he does a good job blocking, and he's a good receiver, and he does good with yards after catch. He runs with the ball real well. Good speed. We won't ask him his 40 time, but he certainly shows good speed, and that was a big touchdown reception for our first touchdown of the game, come across the back of the end zone. So what do you like? You like defense or offense better?
I like
Trick
defense
question.
more right now.
You like whichever side of the ball you're on at the time, right?
Yes, sir.
So have you played both? Have you played full time both ways all year?
Yes, sir.
Yes, all year. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I know this is Player of the Week segment, but we don't have many guys that do that. Is he he's one of the few. I know.
Yeah, we got a couple that plays, but like he's the only one that's primarily he's going both ways, offense and defense. We'll give him a blow here and there when he needs one, but that's a good test to him. He stays in shape. When we condition and stuff like that and keeping his body up. I mean, because I know sometimes he'd be blowed out there, he'd be tired, and we have to give him a break sometimes.
You just don't see that a lot, 5'8", and that gives us an advantage because there are quite a few teams. I mean, Carroll comes to mind. Rehoboth had a lot of guys playing both ways. If you can keep guys fresh, and you can also coach them up on the sidelines while they're off the field.
All right, and then on top of that, he plays special teams. So,
oh boy, yeah. So that's So you really don't come off the field very much.
No, it's not too much.
Well, that just means you're a very valuable player to this football team. So.
Yes, sir.
Oh, without a doubt. And then when you do want to come off, I give him crap for it. I'm like, you can't be tired as me. I'm not running you enough. So
speaking of that, now do you do once you get into the season, do y'all do much conditioning?
yeah, we still conditioning. I turned the strength and conditioning over to Coach Mayo, my offensive line coach, and he do a tremendous job with him. Mainly on Sundays, we got there and condition and kind of recover and run on Sunday in the lift, and then we might hit it again on Wednesday, something like that. So yes, we still condition during the season.
But well, I know you lift, but are you actually running sprints and things
Yes.
like that? Okay.
Yes,
All right.
that's one thing I do believe in, conditioning.
Well, I mean,
And that's kind of how I was brought up through Pee Wee all the way up, was conditioning and stuff, championship drills at the end of practice and stuff like that back in the Pee Wee days. So
that's right. That's right.
That's something that I stick true to.
Everybody on the line, right? So, well, all right. Well, that's great. And so this past Friday night against Early County, 7 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. You were in the backfield a lot, and you broke up a pass as well. So, great job on defense. We already talked about the touchdown pass, and you had several other receptions too. You had 4 receptions, I think, for the game.
Yeah, about 4. I know he had that one big third down on the Y slow, we call it, the screen pass he had. So I know that was a big one for us on third down to keep that drive going.
That's right. So Lakeviante, we congratulate you with this week's Player of the Week football, and we're proud to recognize you.
Thank you.
So Lakeviante Pugh, this week's the final ball of the regular season, Player of the Week, and we look forward to another big game from you Friday night.
Yes, sir.
All right. This has been the Player of the Week segment. We'll be back with Meg Herring and the 2023 Tiger cheerleading squad after this commercial break.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
So we're back for one more segment with Coach Jernigan. Didn't realize he was going to have to leave early, so we're going to talk a little bit about Shelby County, this week's opponent tomorrow night. Thursday night game, Coach, talk about that just a little bit. How did that come about?
Basically, their principal and our principal, we have been talking about Veterans Day, coming up on Saturday, then we out of school on Friday. So we decided it's best for them because they traveling down, long trip for them, and, they travel back late. They get back late and they have that Friday off, they out of school also. So, that was best for them, and we wanted to go ahead and play that game also.
So is this a holiday that all public schools in Alabama are pretty much so recognizing on Friday?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, so that makes sense then to do it on Thursday. It gives you an extra day of rest before this. Hopefully, we're not going to take anything for granted, but whoever wins the ball game has an extra day of rest. Also gives you an opportunity, whoever wins, to possibly, if you want to take that time, you can go scout the game for the upcoming opponent. So it kind of works out that way. I know normally we take our off week the last week of the season to do a little scouting, so possibly it'll work out to be able to do that for the second round. That's unusual because I can't remember us playing a playoff game on a Thursday night in the past.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but both sides agreed on it.
Oh, man, that's good. So Yeah. So anyway, so Shelby County, that's teams that we don't play Shelby County very often. I think Shelby County Wildcats. They're in Region 4. Of course, with Demopolis and Holtville. They come in, didn't have the best regular season. What can we expect from Wildcats?
For one day, I mean, they play extremely hard. They play hard. They go from one whistle to the other whistle. I think they like to run the ball more. They run a version of the spread offense, and they try to run the ball, try to get you out leverage and stuff like that. I mean, so I know if you look at their record, you would say, well, good God, they only won 2 games to get in the playoff, but that region over there been all hectic with Demopolis and all that like that. So, I mean, they're hard playing team, so we got to come play. I mean, for us, my big thing I've been preaching all week is, we got to, coming out last week, then play like we wanted to play, so we got to come, keep the momentum going, and get this W and move on to the second round. I mean, that's how we've been approaching it all week,
That's right.
to make the big plays, keep drives going, get stops when we need them.
That's right. So you follow, should we win or Shelby County would match up with the Faith Elmore County winner?
Yeah, the winner of that game, like you said, we win tomorrow night. We'll get the winner out of Elmore County and Faith. If Elmore County has to win, we'll travel to Elmore County. Faith win, we'll get them here for the second year in a row.
Yeah, so that doesn't happen very often where you would have a rematch in the playoffs 2 years in a row, but it certainly could happen if we win and they win. So and they would travel here by virtue of us being above them on the bracket.
Yes, and then we both played at home too. So both we the higher seed.
That's right. Well, good deal. So we talked about the hard running game for Shelby County to throw the ball. They put their end.
They throw it some, but I think they run it better than they throw it. But of course they got to throw it to keep us honest. Keep everybody honest. So I mean, they gonna throw it some, but we just got to be prepared for when they do throw it.
And we always ask this every week, but as far as the health of the team, I don't remember any notable injuries on Friday night. Are we in pretty good shape?
At this point of the season, besides the ones that's already been little nicks and dings, pretty much we healthy. But we got some that's banged up a little bit. But hey, it's football going into the first round of the playoff, so you're gonna have some players that's banged up. They just have to fight through it.
And Red Harris has been dealing with some injuries during the course of the year. Is he close to being back?
The type of injury he's dealing with, and I had that injury before. That's a hard injury to deal with, and he's fighting through it, and it's just gonna nag him probably throughout this whole playoffs. But he's a senior, of course, so he's gonna give it a go every time.
Right. Well, I think he had a 30-yard run Friday night. So I mean, he's moving pretty good. So I know it's a lower extremity injury. Yeah. So but he still had a good game considering, especially how they were trying to play us defensively. So.
Oh, without a doubt, he and the main thing with Red, that's why we love having him in there is in the pass game. He don't get much credit for that, but he step up and take on blitzers that come, them linebackers coming in free and pick up the blitz. That's the main thing. They give Browning time to throw and Antron time to catch the ball and Pugh and all that stuff like that. So he does dirty work too back there in that pocket now.
That's right. And of course the offensive line doesn't get enough credit, but they've done a really good job this year.
They've been tremendous for us this year. The offensive line, with my guards being able to pull and run, and we acquired Najavius Curry, at center. He's been a big addition for us. So I can't say that my offensive line. I mean, they've been one unit working together. So that's been a bright spot for us.
So how many seniors on the offensive line?
We got two seniors.
So everyone else, three guys coming back for next year.
Yes.
That's great for continuity. So, and of course you hate to lose anybody, but I think we recognized 17 seniors on Friday night. So pretty good core group of seniors. But Coach, Shelby County tomorrow night, Tiger Stadium, and we've already talked about how to get the tickets. People need to show up and show out and be loud.
Yes, without a doubt. And I want everybody. I want the whole town there. We do probably I know we the only game that's in town. So I want everybody to come out. Like I said before, we wearing red. Be loud. Have that energy. I don't think we had much energy last game. It just seemed like everything was dead last week. So I want a big crowd. Loud crowd. Cheer these boys on, and these guys, if they hear the crowd going live, they feed off that energy right there, and that makes them want to play even more. So I encourage everybody to come out. We need a big crowd. We all wearing red. So these boys can play really well.
And especially tomorrow night, we're not able to film it. We can't show it, show it live. We'll be able to broadcast it. So they need to get the tickets. Can you still purchase tickets at the school?
No, you just
at the gate.
On GoFan and at the gate.
Okay, Coach. Good luck tomorrow night.
One thing I just thought of: do they keep a count on how many people have come in the stadium? Is there a count? I mean,
yes. I mean, we can keep it through GoFan.
I'm just wondering if I know there's a capacity, but I mean, for a playoff game like this, are we going to sell tickets as long as people come into the ticket booth?
Oh yeah, as long as they're coming up.
I know that hasn't been a problem.
Yeah, that hasn't been a problem, but yeah, we're gonna sell them as long as people come in until the fire marshal tell us to stop selling them.
I got you. Okay, well, hopefully they will turn out next week. I mean, to tomorrow night, and hopefully next week as well. We certainly hope to be home.
And also, I want to hit on. I heard we got a new menu at the concession stand that they was cooking the fish and the Connecticut sausage. I didn't get a chance to get any, but I heard about it. So
I got a Connecticut sausage. Oh, it was worth it.
So I will let everybody know. Football concession stand. We selling fish and Connecticut sausage over there. Hopefully, I get a chance to get some tomorrow night.
I'm gonna make it a point to get some on the way up. To the press box tomorrow night. Hopefully they'll be ready. But Coach, good luck, and we'll be watching, and we'll be pulling for you tomorrow night. And we look forward to sitting here in the same spot next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Hey, we'll be right back. This time we will have Meg Haring and the cheerleaders after this commercial break.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha Agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-70.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Hey, we're back with the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show. And tonight we're joined by the Eufaula High School Tiger cheerleaders and their sponsor and coach, Meg Herring.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for joining us tonight. And I guess before we go any further, let's go ahead and introduce everyone that's here with us tonight. This is Meg Herring, and I'll let you introduce everyone else.
Okay, we have Shantavia Jackson. She's a senior. Zoe Morris, Abby Metcalf, and Janiyah Jackson. They're all my seniors and my captains.
Okay. And so y'all do a great job on Friday nights cheering the Tigers on, and it makes a big difference. And Coach Jernigan was talking about the crowd last week, just wasn't into it, but y'all do your part to try to get them into it. Yes, for sure. And a big event last night. I know it was on Facebook. I saw it there, but regional champions.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about that a little bit, about what took place last night, and y'all have had a lot of success over the years with that as well.
Yes, sir.
So
last night we competed in the South Super Regional Championship in Mobile. We competed against 13 other teams, and we won first place for the 5th consecutive year. So we've won the region for 5 years in a row.
That's outstanding. And of course, we were talking about it before we came on air. So from here, you go to a state.
Yes, sir. We got the state championship. So you have to get a bid, and we got that last night. And then the North region and the Central region will compete next week. And then everyone who gets a bid from that will all come together December 11th, and we'll compete for a state championship.
Is that based on 1A through 7A?
Yes, sir.
So 3 years you won it in 6A.
Well, yes, sir.
Wow. Great.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
And so if we've won the state championship the last 2 years in a row. So hopefully going for a third.
Awesome.
So won the 6A championship the last 2 years, and we'll be. I'm sorry, 6A championship 2 years ago,
yes,
the 5A championship last year.
Yes, sir.
So okay. And,
question: when did you say the state will be?
December 11th in Birmingham.
In Birmingham.
Yes, sir.
What's the venue in Birmingham for that?
Bill Harris Arena.
Okay. So how many squads will be there for the state?
Last year we competed against 24 teams from around the state.
And by winning the regional, you already have a bid to the nationals. Is that right?
Well, you have different regionals. You have UCA regionals, which is the Space Center regional that we did first this year. That gets you your bid to nationals. And we won that one this year. That's the second time in the last 3 years we've won that one. And then the AHSAA regional, which was last night, that gets you a bid to state.
Okay, so the state is as far as you go with the high school
yes, sir.
association. Yes. Okay, so the competition in Orlando you were mentioning. So how many squads will all 50 states be represented?
Oh, yes. Last year they do so many different divisions. I can't even count, but it's a 4-day pretty much competition. And last year we had 60 teams in our division, and that's just medium varsity, non-tumbling game day. They have tumbling, they have non-building, they have all different divisions, but we had 60. And we came in third out of 60 teams last year. So
that's outstanding.
It wasn't what we wanted, but it's not bad.
So what exactly are you judged on in those type of competitions?
There's 4 different game day has 4 different parts. You have a band chant, you have a chant, a cheer, and a fight song. And it's basically they want to see if you're game day ready. Like they don't really like to see it choreographed, even though you have choreography. They want to see that what you're doing is not just for show, that you actually do that in public. And I think we do that. I feel like I have a hard time making them understand that they're not football players. They're because we like to get into it. But the score sheet is very detailed. It's detailed on the props that you use. We've had a comment before about we needed to smile with our eyes, and we were wearing masks at the time. That's when COVID was a thing. So we had to practice that in the mirror. Props you use, your voice projection, your spacing. So we have mats. You have to know if you need to be on a line or in the middle of a mat. So it's very detailed. It's a very detailed score sheet that we still haven't figured out, but we're getting there.
So I'm sure the experience, every time you do it, you learn something new.
Yes, sir.
So how many girls are on or how many people are on the cheerleading squad?
I have on the squad total, I have 21, and then we compete right now with 17. And we're medium varsity. So like last year I only had 17 girls. We competed with all 17. This year we have 21. I compete with 17. And it just depends year by year. We'll always be medium varsity, which is no less than 15 and no more than 19.
Okay. So it has nothing to do with the size of the school on the UCA competition?
Right. For state, well, it does. It does. You have Division I and Division II. So we're a D2 school, which means we have less than 1,200 kids. I think 1,200 was the number. And anything above 1,200 would be Division I. I think that's the breakdown of it. So there are a lot of different breakdowns.
Sounds complicated.
It is. It is.
Okay, Ms. Herring, we have a few questions for the cheerleaders if they'll pick up the mic. If you will, your name?
I'm Shantavia Jackson.
How long have you been cheering with Miss Herring?
For 4 years. This year would make 4 years.
4 years. Wow. What's the hardest part of your practices?
The hardest part of us practicing, I would say, is mainly learning the material and knowing it. Well, when you get to know it, it's really the best part. But getting to know it is really the hardest part.
Okay, great.
Getting up in the morning too. Getting up in the morning is the
We do a
hardest
lot of
part.
6:30 practices.
6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
6:20 if she want to be mean.
Oh, if she wants to be mean. Okay, will you pass the mic? Please state your name.
Zoe Morris.
And how long have you been cheering?
4 years.
4 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's the toughest part of the practices to you?
Getting up at 6:30, learning the materials, and just rolling the mats out in the morning time. That's the toughest part, rolling 9 mats out.
Oh, rolling them out. Oh.
Yes, sir.
When do y'all actually start your practices? I mean, far as the time of the year, is there so
Maybe
many?
a couple of weeks after tryouts,
Okay.
we hitting the road.
Okay, pass the mic, please. Your name?
Abby Metcalf.
And how long have you been cheering?
This is my first year.
First year.
And last.
Oh, first. I know it's been quite an experience, and you've had a lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
What's the toughest part about practicing to you?
I'd say just changing things a lot. She loves to do that. But I know that it's for the best and it all works out. So
If this is your first year of cheering with Miss Herring, how long actually have you been cheering?
I haven't cheered at all. I
At
cheered
all?
when I was like in Pee Wee.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank
We
you.
pass the mic, please. And your name?
Janiyah Jackson.
And how many years have you been cheering with?
I've been cheering for 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
And the hardest part about practicing?
Definitely the arm weights.
Oh.
We all have to get like 2 pounds each on each arm. The arm weights, it have you very sore. Like I barely be able to move my arms. So
Well, when we do a practice, how long does it normally last? Like if you do a morning practice, how long?
like an hour. That's
About an
it.
hour?
They have to be at school by
Yeah,
7:30.
7:30.
We have to leave by 7:30 so they can get ready for school.
Maybe that's a good thing.
We have a lot of weekend practices.
Okay. Thank you, girls. Thank you so much for being here.
you.
Congratulations and keep competing.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Thank you for having us.
Just talking beforehand, you said y'all have only been competing 6, 7, 8 years.
Yes,
so I
sir.
mean, y'all have done outstanding.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
To accomplish what you've accomplished so far, and to travel to now. The competition, the regionals were where last night?
Mobile.
In Mobile. So all the way to Mobile for that. To Birmingham in December.
We went to Huntsville last weekend or 2 weekends ago. That's the Space Interregional.
Yeah,
so
that
we,
was during their
we
hostess
go all
game.
over.
Is
So,
there
yeah.
competition this weekend?
Yes, we go to the Magic City Regional Sunday. We'll compete there Sunday. So we're leaving Saturday for that. And so
Good
if
boy.
we win this Sunday, that would be 4 in a row.
Man, that's
The last 3.
Oh, get them tight.
that's a busy schedule. So
It is. They may be cheerleaders, but they're really great athletes.
That's a really busy schedule. So when is the Nationals of the UCA in Orlando?
February.
It's in February.
Yes, sir.
So with all this traveling, does the school system fund this, or what do y'all do
The
for
school
funding?
system, we do a lot of fundraising. We're actually doing a junior cheer clinic coming up for all the little people that like to come cheer, like our younger kids. There's pretty much not a time that we're not doing a fundraiser. But our school system they are very supportive. They help us go to nationals. Like there's never really a time they tell us no. And the fact that they let us do this, because a lot of systems don't let their kids do it, because a lot of places will have competition cheer and football cheerleaders or basketball cheerleaders, and I don't believe in that. Like we're one team and we're going to cheer for it all. And so they are great about working with us and helping us. they can't fund every sport that's at the school, but so they're very great on being fair to all the sports. But we do a lot of fundraising. The junior cheer clinic normally raises a lot of money. We do the calendar fundraiser. We just got done doing a cutlery fundraiser. We do donation letters, just really anything we can do.
So she a tough coach. she's the daughter of a coach, so
I am.
So she gets it honest. So
I am.
I believe you might could coach football if you wanted to.
Well, I try. They won't give me a shirt.
Oh, I wouldn't want to get up 6:30.
I've told Darrell if he would just give me the shirt that I would match, because I look weird standing up there in my cheer shirt. I don't fit in. I need to fit in. But we enjoy. I love Friday nights. I love football, and I love Eufaula. I didn't grow up here, but my dad did, and that's all I've ever known was Eufaula football. He's always talked about it, and Eufaula in general, Eufaula High School. So I love it, and I love getting to be a part of these kids.
Well, your dad was a great athlete here, and went on and played at Auburn. So
yes, sir, he did.
So is he watching tonight? Do you know?
I don't know. No, probably not, because he would have wanted to be here.
Well, we can call and tell him he can watch the playback.
That's right. He can. So Scott's a great guy. So
he's a good guy. He's
sure
a good guy.
So
he's made me love it here. So
that's right. So ladies, best wishes on your upcoming competitions, and I'm sure Coach Herring will have you ready.
We hope so. We hope so.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the sidelines tomorrow.
We'll be there. We're going to cheer on the Tigers. Thank you.
All right. And we'll be back to wrap things up. Coach Michael Smith, the Eufaula Tiger basketball program, will be with us after this commercial break.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without.
Hey, Tiger fans. Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are so excited to be the official sponsor of the weekly Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show for the 2022 football season. Join us for the live show at Chick-fil-A Eufaula every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Okay. Hey, we're back with the Chick-fil-A Eufaula Coaches Show, joined now by head boys basketball coach Michael Smith. Glad you joined us tonight, Coach Smith.
Glad to be here.
How many seasons is it in Eufaula now? I would put you on the
Man.
spot right here.
Put me on the spot right here to start off with. 15 plus 9 is 24.
24. I know you came in 89 or 90.
91.
91. Okay, well, I was close because I know you came as a football coach.
You're right. And I was girls head basketball coach in 91.
You came as a girls. I knew you were a girls basketball coach in the 90s when we won all the state championships.
Right.
So 9 years as the girls coach. When you came back, you've been boys coach the whole time, right?
And yeah, I was boys coach I was boys and girls head coach for like 4 years. Right there, 205, 201, 205.
Okay. And you were in Russellville in between, right?
15 years.
You were that in Russellville that long?
Yes, it's adding up.
Wow.
It's adding up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were up there that long.
Yes.
We both saying we're pretty old then.
Yes.
So you've had a lot of success at every stop. The boys in the last 15 years seem like we're there. We're competitive every year. We're on the verge, or we're making the Final Four every year.
Right. And, right now it's basically just being consistent, trying to get them to realize that in the day, how hard we play is going to determine if we win or not, and not by effort or athletic ability. If we go out there and just play hard, we're going to win a lot more ball games than we'll lose. And I think they buy into that, and, just go out there and just enjoy what you're doing. You only get one opportunity to play high school ball and enjoy it and make the most out of it.
That's right. It seems like we mostly play up tempo a lot, pressure the ball a lot, because for me, just a casual fan watching, we never have a height advantage on anybody, it seems like.
No. And, that's our advantage is that we got athletic ability and we can be able to extend our defense, get out and put pressure and make people handle the ball. I think that's a fun game, fast-paced. People like to see up and down action, want to see a scoring game. And like I say, in the past, we've been able to get after defensively, and we plan on doing it this year too.
So what have we got coming back this year from last year?
All right, you got Tony Coleman as going to be our starting point guard. Been starter for 4 years, on varsity for 4 years. Came in as a ninth grader, been on varsity for 4 years. Then you got some new additions. We got, that also returned from last year's team. You got Trey Brown, Ja'Cory Rump returning, Javion Boat returning from last year's team, and some newcomers. We got Darian Ward, and then off the football team, we got Antron Mitchell is going to be coming, Jay Moss, Kevion Puta, just the player of the week this week. Thomas Hill, I forgot Thomas Hill's returning player. We got a leak. I think he's supposed to be coming. The returning in, we got the new player we got was DeQuayshawn Grubbs, transfer from Barber County. That's going to be real good for us. Montravius Cousins going to fill in for our football boys while they're still playing. Tyvin Forte is going to fill in. Samaj Doherty going to fill in. I feel like I'm missing something. There's a bunch. I think I got like 14 players, and I think 8 play football.
I can say this, that I got an old coach that lives up in Columbus, Coach George Williams.
Yes.
You had an opportunity to play in one of his tournaments this year. Keith, he told me that Coach Williams is going to win the state. He's going to win it all. Coach Smith's going to take it all.
And
he's got that kind of team.
He's
loaded.
We got the potential, but, at the end of the day, we got to work. I mean, I really believe that at the end of the day, we're going to be at the top of being pretty good, and we got the potential. And if they come in and buy into it, I think they feel it. Now it's just a matter of going out here, working every day at practice, not taking anything for granted, not respecting every opponent that you play. That's the main thing. You got to go out there and respect even your weakest opponent, because that given that they can't beat you if you don't go out there and play at your full potential.
Well, Coach, how many state championships do you have?
You got three on the girls' side.
You got 3.
Yes.
How many times have you been to the Final Four?
Yeah. Probably like 10. I don't know.
So
quite a few.
If looking at coaching respect, if those young guys can't respect that, I don't know what.
Oh, now that's the good part.
Congratulations.
Thank you. They do, and I say that's why I'm still in it. We got a good group of young men that comes in and work. I mean, if it wasn't for them, then like I say, I'm at the retiring age right now. But we have a good group of young men. They come in. They're very respectful. I think that's one thing I can say. They're very respectful. They love being around one another. And to find the young men that really like doing that is hard nowadays. And then at the same time, put up with the fussing. You know, a lot of them, you know, a lot of folks don't want to deal with, especially young players don't like to deal with the criticism and trying to push yourself each day to come out there and play at a high level.
Well, I know Coach Williams, when y'all came up to the tournament, and he said y'all beat the best team that he had to put up against you. He's real impressed with you and your team. So, Coach, good luck on that.
That was I remember that I think we played in Los Poco earlier that day, and then he needed somebody to come in that night and play, and we came over there, and I think I told the boys they win, they didn't have to run that night.
Coach, let me ask you a quick question. You got so many, I think you called 7 or 8 that are still playing football. How does that? I mean, do they transition in once they come over? Or is that kind of like starting over once they come back? Or
oh man! All right. So right now we're gonna have like a makeup. We'll move some JV boys up and fill in the games so that they're gonna miss it. Like Tuesday, they're probably gonna miss Tuesday game. And so we're gonna have a squad to go out there and play. A combination of some varsity players with some JV boys. And then the minute football is over, is a little transition. It's gonna probably, I'm thinking it depends on when, but it'll probably be by Christmas when we actually start showing some resemblance of a championship team. But it'll be really and truly mid-January when we should be really clicking on all cylinders.
well, that'll probably be all right because region in basketball doesn't start until January, right?
Like, to me, like say, like an area, I feel good about. You know, our area starts in January. I feel good, you know, but I feel like if we're playing, doesn't make a difference where we're playing, we'll win.
Let me ask you about our area. I'm jumping in here, but a couple of years ago, Valley was in there, and then Valley won the state last year, went undefeated. But they weren't in our area, thank goodness. Who is in our area this year?
In our area is Headland, Rehoboth, it's just a 3-team area, Headland, Rehoboth. And, you know, I said last year we lost to Headland that first game in January at their place, but we ended up winning, and we won the tiebreaker, and we hosted the area. And then we lost to Troy in the region finals. And then Troy lost to Valley in the championship game. So, you know, I think we got. I feel good that at the end of the day, like I told the boys, name 4 teams better than us in 5A. You know that's the thing you got to look at. Like we in there. If we were good enough to play with, and we should have played a little better and beat Charles Simmons in that region championship game, we could have been in that championship game playing Valley last year. Right. And I think that, like I said, this team is going to be better. You know, we're going to be athletically. We're going to have our depth is going to be a lot better this year. So I feel confident, you know, that we're going to be good. You know, the main thing is we just got to live up to that potential, live up to that expectation.
So how many players will you have in rotation? You said 14 on the team. So how many players will be playing heavy minutes?
All right, that still be determined.
I understand. What would be your plan? What do you know? How many players do you normally try to rotate?
Normally, like I tell them, I'm looking for 5. I'm looking for 5, and the more I get over 5, it's just gonna be gravy. It's gonna be extra. But if I get 5, then they got to realize you're gonna sit there and watch. You know, I mean, because we're gonna be in shape. That 5 gonna be in shape to play as long as we need them to be. Now, you know, hopefully that encourage somebody else to get, so that now I can get 6, now I get 7. I mean, we're gonna 13. We're gonna be able to play with 13. Like I say, we should be able to play hard with 13 people. There's no reason for us to be loafing and taking plays off with 13, because somebody on that bench to be hungry enough to. I'm waiting on opportunity for somebody low, because now I'm getting my opportunity to go out there.
Okay,
Coach. While we're here, you had one of your last year players say hello, Coach Patrick Screws.
Hey, how you doing, Big Pat?
Seems like Pat trimmed up a lot when he was playing basketball.
Now Pat did. You know, that's to show you right there that what can happen when you start working. You know, Pat got down, started looking a lot athletic, and I think that, you know, a lot of football coaches saw that a man that size, a lot of times you can't find linemen that like to work, and you know that right there should have had him signing right away, because he loved working. If you told him he had to go lift X amount of weights, he was gonna go do it. You told him he had to run X amount, he had to lose X amount of pounds. Well, he set his mind to it, and he did that. And that just shows you that how dedicated he was to really contribute and play basketball.
That's right. And Coach, a lot of people know you. You've been here a long time, but and many people probably know this, but your background's in football.
Right. And then, and honestly, true, I interviewed for a job because my background in football was so heavy, I couldn't get that job.
How about that?
And I went for a basketball job, but they said they thought I was going for football, but I was going for basketball. But they said my football background was too heavy, and they didn't let me get the job.
And you played football at University of Alabama.
I played there for Bill Curry, recruited by Coach Perkins, and then I ended with Coach Dawkins.
Okay. Well, that was a good way to end.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and say from the football aspect, that's where the work ethics we had at Alabama, just basically the same thing. It comes down to not knowing X, O's in basketball. I learned that, through the course of my career, but the work ethic, there's no reason for teams to be in better shape than us. That, I think that's coaching. Not winning ball games. If your team's not in shape, that's coaching. And I think there's no reason for us not to go out there and be in shape.
Well, Coach, you're gonna keep coaching until we build the Smitty Dome, right?
Hey, hey, like I said, I'm day to day. I'm here. Like I said, as long as we got good group of kids coming in, I'm here. There's nothing else to do. I don't feel like just going home sitting. I need to get out on the golf course with Doug every once in a while.
Hey, he was talking about background being in football. That's kind of a thing around here. If you think back to Coach Cochran years ago, Coach Cochran was on the 57 Auburn team that won the national championship.
Man.
Him and Coach Devaney. But
right.
He came down here and had success in football. Now, he talked about going to Alabama. Zoom in on his face real close when I say this. Anybody that wants to see some highlights of this meeting, I got some real interesting ones. And it was always when he played Auburn for some reason. But let me ask you one more quick question. We lost a girls coach.
Right.
Who's going to be filling in for the girls?
All right, Coach Butler's taking over. He was our assistant last year. Coach Butler was the last coach that went. He came in after me when I left, and he won in 2008 state championship team. He was the coach then. So, they got a good opportunity to get a good coach in, good quality coach to come in and lead them. And, I think they got off to a late start, but the good thing is, it doesn't matter how you play in November, December, it's about how you play in January and February.
Well, if he's going to be coaching, then you need a PA guy, and there he is right there.
Hey, there you go. Hey, we do need that. And like I say, we're looking for the support has been good the last 8-9 years, and we really need our fan support to come out this year. I think that leads to our success. Our community being behind us. I know we opened up on the 14th. I know Hope. I won't put no pressure on Coach Jernigan, but they should be playing next Friday at home. So we're gonna play Tuesday. Come out, get a game, watch us play on Tuesday, and then come out on next Friday and support the football team. Even this Friday, tomorrow night, football team come out and support. I think being at home in a playoff game, whether it's basketball or football, the crowd support dictates a lot of times you win or lose. And I think we should have. The crowd support at that football game tomorrow night should be unbelievable. Just like it was for Early County for a homecoming game. It's got to be in the fans because sometimes we want to know why, like they say, why we don't play well. Sometimes if it's dead, the kids don't get up. When you out there, you hear that crowd in the background, that gives you a little ample juice.
The energy is contagious.
It's contagious, and I think that the support. Eufaula is hungry for a championship, whether it be football or basketball. And I think if football starts it, we're going to follow up with it.
And don't wait just because Shelby's 2-8.
No.
Because it's sudden death.
It's sudden death. And like I say, Shelby wanted to be empty. They don't want the stadium packed. They want it to be empty, and it goes into their favor. That's the thing. Don't take anything for granted because next week is not guaranteed. It's win or go home. I think come on out and support, show the young men that you behind them, that their hard work, is still good, and that we can get past this first round and on to the next round. And like I say, we need to try to go on and push that envelope a little further.
Coach, how will your ticket sales be this year? Will they be cash or?
Yeah, we're going to, now I think it's going to be cash and go fan. And I think so. Hopefully it's however you want to get in with cash or go fan. Like I said, I think pretty much the same schedule that we always had. I think we added Bullitt County and Smith Station on the schedule. We got our Thelma's Christmas tournament right there the 18th, 19th, 20th of December at home. And I know we'll have Opelika coming in on the boys, Central Phoenix City on the girls, and I know Central Phoenix City on the girls going to be coming in. And also we're going to play a middle school tournament in the morning. on them days. So come on out, support us. We're gonna be playing throughout the holidays, and we're gonna try to get back down to Dothan Classic and get our title back. And you know that's something that we have. Usually, we've been one of the top teams in Wiregrass, and we're trying to establish that again this year.
All right, well, good deal. Rules changes for this year. I understand there's some pretty significant rules changes in high school basketball in Alabama.
Yes, and I think Georgia already been playing by it. I think like when we played Early County and Harris County a couple years ago, when you go over, and probably even Quitman, when you went over there, the rule is now it's 5 fouls per quarter, and each quarter is going to reset. After 5 fouls, there's no more 1-on-1. It's going to be automatic 2-shot fouls on fouls. So it's going to be a little interesting, but you know I think to me, I told something like I tell everybody. A lot of times, the referees look at that scoreboard and they see 10. Sometimes they stop calling. And it's 10-0. 5-0 don't look so bad to the fans. 10-0 looks bad, and they don't want to be in, and so they don't want to be embarrassed, so they'll stop calling the 10 fouls and try to build that 0 up. So I think that it's going to be more balanced, a lot more fouls probably called, because now, like I say, 5 doesn't look bad compared to 10. So and the only thing is, though, when late in the game, instead of 1-on-1, it's going to be 2 shots. So, you know, you can't get too far behind, you know, because, you know, they're going to get 2 shots every time you foul them. And especially when you're doing
intentional. You're a bad free throw shooter if you know he's got another one coming.
Yeah, as long as I know I can hit one.
That's right.
I can go to the line. I'm looking at it. I check I hit one.
That's right.
And like I say, there's no pressure when I know I got another one coming. Yeah. Right. That first one is like, oh, it's pressure free. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think the NBA been doing it. As I said, no, Georgia's been doing it. But I think it's for us, it should speed the game, especially like teams that like to press. You get to restart over the quarter. You don't have to worry about, oh man, they're gonna be shooting fouls the whole quarter. You know, so it's gonna probably be right at the 4-minute mark of the quarter before anybody starts shooting free throws. So I mean, like that, I think it's gonna be pretty interesting.
Still 5 fouls.
5 fouls, you fouling out. Now
right.
that's I wish they'll change that rule. Now that rule right there is one that you got to adjust to. That I wish they either add another foul like the NBA, but 5. You know, like I say that, I think we're the only sport that your best player has to sit because they get in trouble, a foul trouble. And that's something that you got to adjust to. And then, like I say, that's when our depth, when them 13, 14 players come in effect, they got to step up and be ready to play.
But that's one of the things that makes basketball unique because of that.
So, and you know, say it's a game changer. It's a game changer.
Yeah. So Coach Smith, best wishes, and we look forward to seeing big things out of the Tigers this year. I'd heard that we should have a pretty good team, and look forward to seeing those guys play.
All right, and then we look forward to it. I think, like I said, I tell you, we got a chance. We got potential. You know, like I say, that's it, and that's all you can ask for as a coach. Give a shout out to our cheerleaders for continuing success, and hopefully it catches over to us, and we go ahead and start winning the championship too. So. You know, come on out, support Coach Jernigan and our young men on the football field tomorrow night. And I know Doug can say something. Hey, I don't know if everybody saw this, but, you know, Gwen Jackson, you know, played for me, and she played at Tennessee, and she played against Taurasi. And Taurasi had put out a shout out saying that Gwen Jackson was probably one of the hardest defenders she had ever had to play against. And to me, that's a big compliment coming from the lady version of Larry Bird. And, you know, and this many years later, that she said that the hardest person she ever had to guard her was Gwen Jackson. And I said that's a big shout out, big compliment for Eufaula.
That is,
yeah.
That's kind of along what I was going to ask you. Gwen did some coaching also, but I was found out recently you've had several, especially girls, former players that are big time high school coaches.
Yeah,
now.
Tanya Jackson Hunter. She's at Hewitt Trust with won a state championship up in Birmingham. Gwen's up in Knoxville.
Did Jackie do some?
Jackie was not. She's over here in Georgia. She's doing like tennis, but she was assistant coach. And then Jackson, she's been coaching. And then man, there's one more. Is Miss Mo? It'll come to me, but there's one more coach. Huh?
Showing your age.
That one group you had, and I know Nancy's a principal.
Yeah.
Did she coach? She might have coached.
She did for the early, but she's been principal, and now she's a principal in Russell County.
I got you. Okay, Keith, you was talking about him. If you think way back when he did the girls, he didn't need but about 6 players.
That's right,
and that's just in case one fouled out. But he could. we learned something on the 99 boys team that won. And if it wouldn't have been for Smitty, we probably wouldn't have done it. But he taught us when we get to Birmingham how to use the TV timeouts to keep your players in the game. So he's been around. He knows.
Hey, and and going back to Coach Wilson then that year, I think we lost in the region championship. I was down and out. He was like, "Man, I need your help. Come with us. Come with us." Like, man, I don't feel like it. And that was one of the best things, get me out that little funk, and just feel like I helped contribute to their success. And that was, I really thank him for that. During that time, just to stay on me by coming on and helping them that year. Because like I said, I think we lost in the region champ. The girls lost in the region championship that year, and like I said, but that was good for him just to encourage me, get me out. And then I think that's what I've been doing with our, with our girls coach also. Like when we go, come on, sit on the bench, learn, get the experience. So when you get there, you already know what's going on.
That's right. Well, good deal. I think first game you said next Tuesday night?
Tuesday versus Dothan. Like I say, and then after that we'll be in Huntsville for the Into Hoops tournament up in Huntsville on that Monday. That's the 18th, 19th, and 20th, I think. Yeah, that Monday, 18th, 19th, 20th. Or no, that 19th, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. 20th, 21st, and 22nd. We open up with Gaston City on that Monday in the Into Hoops tournament, and that's going to be that's a big time tournament for us in Huntsville.
That's right. I mean, I'm sure the preseason like that, you're kind of course, not having everybody out here because hopefully the football team's going to play all the way to December.
And like I told them, y'all, I think I'll tell them TJ and I know I talked to Tron, just say y'all handle your business right there. I said when y'all get done with that basketball, y'all come on in, but handle that right there, and I say enjoy that right now. Make the most of that, and like I said, that success. You're gonna breathe that into basketball. Like I say, if you win in there, that winning gonna come over here in basketball. And like I say, and the biggest thing is that leadership. Lead the men out there on that field. Because we're gonna need that leadership on the court, but lead and come on out. And one other thing I know, on December 9th, we're gonna have a tailgate. We play Barbican on December 9th here. We're gonna tailgate that day, and we're gonna encourage everybody to come out to the tailgate and come out to that game. I think last year that was a success for us too. So. Hey, once again, it's glad to be here.
All right. We appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to
Thank
join us
y'all
tonight.
for having me now.
And
Thank y'all.
We'll be keeping an eye out on y'all this year. So,
all right.
So we appreciate him joining us. We appreciate that Meg Hagan and the cheerleaders joining us. Coach Jernigan always. LaKeviante Pugh, Player of the Week. Doug Apple and Charles Irvin. I'm Keith Brown. We missed John Wayne tonight, but he'll be with us tomorrow night for the kickoff between Eufaula and Shelby County. 6:45 pregame show, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll be with you tomorrow night. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.